Welcome to my latest settlement, Lakeside Cabin, or as I'm going to call it, the Vault 111 extension, or the Vault 101 extension. Probably Vault 111 extension. And what do I mean by that? Well, I've made a vault. The Lakeside Cabin is. Well, you'll see when we get in there. Here we have the vault door. Well, the original vault door, which will not work. It is broken. The mechanism to open it up is gone. As you can see, it's overgrown. You're not getting in this door. Over here we have what's left of the operating system, which overlooks the vertibird pad. Alrighty. Let's head around to where the actual door is. Come around here. Come around this little bank of dirt. Got a little camp here. And we have the proper entrance. So, you have the radio beacon, which is hooked up to its own power, so it can be constantly powered. It's completely separate to the system. You can turn it off by climbing up this ladder. It will take you to the top, as demonstrated. And you can turn it off. We've got a little bit of overgrowth coming out here. The idea was to blend it a bit better into the cliffside, and then obviously blend the cliffside into the mountain, because none of this is here. None of this. The ground part, this part I'm standing on, that's here, but everything you see in front of you right now, everything you see on the screen, that was all put there by me. Completely hidden. Alright. We go in here. We've got an internal defense plot, which acts as a vault door. Always wanted to use this. Figured, well, I'm building a vault. The time is now to use this plot. So cool. In we go, and we've got the initial entrance. Well, this would have been the side entrance, or the B door for the settlement, as the main door, as I mentioned before, is buried. Doesn't work. It's buried from the inside. We've got a working classroom, which is a recreational plot. We've got some maintenance, which is little. It's got a little bit of stock, but as you'll see as we get further into the vault, there's not much that isn't buried, and that's the point. At level 0, and then throughout the subsequent levels, more of the settlement gets explored. You expand into it because it's buried. So we've got industry plots in here for scrap. We've got the ability to make armor and weapons. There's some sleeping down here because a lot of the bedrooms for the vault are up higher and they're completely buried in. There is some power, but they don't know where it's coming from. This would have been the entrance to the front door, but as you can see, it's completely buried. You're not getting to it. Up here, we've got a little cafeteria. Nothing's really in here, as I mentioned before. This is level 0, so the idea is that they're kind of just storing stuff in here that's kind of cafe related. In here you got a lavatory which is completely busted, was never fully completed, and you can see the first bit of the cave-in. The idea is that the settlers are trying to clear this out, one bucket at a time, so it's going to take them forever to get through here. Over here you've got more of the cave-in, and this is more of a storage room, because it's obviously right next to the cafeteria. And in that storage room we have the internal plot, which is a caravan. Yeah, a caravan. Moving on, we're back to the auditorium. This is the cabin and the lake, thus Lakeside Cabin. But in the middle of this auditorium, which is technically a cave with a nice skin, for now, it is the overgrown cavern, with, as you can see in the distance, a little bit of water. The idea is that this is all silt and runoff that's built up in here, and thus completely buried the bottom floor of the settlement. So this would have gone down another level. You would have come out here, and these would have gone down again. Those stairs, as you can see, go down. You got that stair over there that goes down. The idea is that there is another level beneath where we're standing right now, which is completely buried by the base game floor. So the settlers found their way in through the side door, have managed to get one of the hydroponics bays back up and running.
We had a good supply of clean water.
God, that's weird. We've got some scrap here going on with building materials, a little bit of a mix-up farm, a soup kitchen, and then obviously the cabin. Because they can't get to any of the housing, they've kind of gone, well, we'll just build our own little one in here. Why not? It's a fully enclosed cave, might as well. A little bit of wreck, and then through here we've got where all the water came from. The idea is that wherever this leak came from slowly builds here up, and then push this open. The weakest link was the bottom one, and just pushed it open, then flooded out, and created what you see in front of you. And that's realistically level 0. It's a lot of set dressing, a lot of putting things in place to then build upon for the rest of the levels for the settlement. As always, if you like what you see, give it a like. If you don't, that's fine. Comment, let me know what you think. Always feedback is welcome. And stay tuned for level 1 when it's done. Thanks, bye.